I have to admit, you don't see many of these types of videos anymore where I'm sitting in yet another room of my house and just talking to the camera on things that come to my head. But this year has been no slow ride. I've been traveling a hell of a lot, doing different things, and enjoying the British summer as well. And the rest of the summer and the rest of the year is going to be no different. I've got Paris coming up. I'm going up north to see Dan Baker and a few other photographers. I'm going to Portugal. I'm going to Rome, and that's all in the space of a month. I've got to play catch up with these videos, but I've also got to make sure that I'm prepared. So, in this video, I want to talk about preparation really in a way of doing something that I've certainly not done this year, and that's slowing down. Not so much slowing down what you're doing, but slow down in terms of how you're taking the photo. Sometimes we're all guilty of finding a scene, taking the photo, and just moving on because we don't have time to wait around. But 9 times out of 10, we could be sitting there for 5 minutes and notice that the first image that you take in the scene, even if you've taken 50, the first image isn't always going to be the best one. Taking time and examining the scene while you're there is a vital part of photography, especially with street, because the amount of various subjects that could walk through your scene can really change the image. The first subject will not be the best one 9 times out of 10. If you wait around, you'll find someone that suits that scene better. For example, I was waiting around in this scene in London, and as you can see by the image, I've got someone dressed really smart, shirt, the shadows are hitting the shirt really well, and it fits the scene really well. That was the eighth image that I took in that scene. The rest of them weren't fitting the area of London. So Fenchurch Street and that sort of area is quite a businessy district of London. So I wanted to get a subject that matched that and capturing the detail of their outfit within the shadow and the shape. The first few people were wearing shorts and a sports t-shirt and stuff like that, and it didn't really fit the clean, professional looking vibe. The person that I captured in that final image, though, did, and that was because I waited around in the scene, waited to see what perspective I can get and how I can change things up. All of us as street photographers are probably guilty of taking a photo from head height most of the time. But changing your perspective is also really, really important. So, slowing down and examining the scene, you might take your first photo at eye level, but what about moving the camera up or moving it down, waist high, even lower than that, and seeing how the scene changes? Take a few test shots of just anything and see how you like the composition most. And then once you've got that composition down, you then wait for the right subject. I'm going to be here, there, and everywhere in the next couple of months, but I've planned enough time where I am not rushed off my feet so I can gather as many shots from a scene that I enjoy without thinking, oh, I've got to be here now. I'm wasting time. So I always plan an abundance of time in a location. I'm never in a rush, and that helps me get images I think suit better. There are certain times that I take a photo and think back on it and go, do you know who would look really good there? Someone in a dress, or someone here and someone there. But lately, I've been slowing down. I've just been taking my time and enjoying it a hell of a lot more just by waiting and just by observing. And that's why I don't walk around with headphones in and shutting myself off to the world, because using your other senses really helps as well. Hearing a thing going on is just as important as seeing it, in my opinion, when it comes to photography. We all know my style is waiting for the shot to happen by looking at a scene that I like. But certain people like to photograph the moment and what's going on around them at that time, being more documentarian about it. And that's a great way of doing it. It's capturing the moment. Some people would consider that proper street photography. I don't really consider myself a street photographer anymore because what is street photography? Who knows what street photography is? It's such a broad topic now that who knows? I use it as a term for me, but is it really me? What is the true definition? Who knows? Maybe you can tell me in the comments. But anyway, certain people Take photos of what's going on around them as it happens. No waiting around, just shots as they go. Meaning that their ears need to be open. But even if you're waiting and slowing down, your ears being open can get your head moving. If you hear someone coming or if you hear someone talking, you might turn to it and see that's the perfect subject. Let me get ready and wait for them to walk through. That sort of thing. Just being able to hear around you puts you more in the moment as well. And I think that's quite important and people don't realize. Some people like being shut off, listening to music, chilling out, vibing. That's all well and good. I like to be present. I like to see what's going on. I like to hear things around me. I feel like that benefits me when it comes to the photos that I take. And who knows, it might benefit you as well. But if you are one of those people that just photographs the moment as it happens, then you can also slow down still by, following the subject that's just done something interesting, because 9 times out of 10, they'll do something else interesting. Or if you've just seen a subject that matches really well to a scene or their surroundings and you're chasing after them, then why don't you try and get ahead of them and plan something different, plan a different angle, have your camera on burst and change your perspective. Rather than just taking one shot and going, try and work the scene as much as you can, even if you've got a short space of time to do it in. Now, you can't always do that. If you are capturing the moment as it happens, it might just be the briefest split second to capture that moment. And sometimes you only will get the chance for one image. And that image might not be perfect, but you'll feel rewarded because you've captured that scene at that moment in that brief second that you had. It might be slightly out of focus. You might have cut off their feet. Who cares? You got the image at the end of the day. I think pressure's a big thing as well. We all put pressure on ourselves to perform and to succeed. And in the past couple of years, I've really stopped doing that because who cares? I like my images more now because I'm not trying to push anything. I'm not trying to achieve a certain goal of good images. I'm not trying to improve my portfolio. I'm just vibing out, enjoying the time that I'm having and taking photos. And because I'm slowing down and enjoying it more, I'm making a day of it as well. I won't just constantly walk around and get the steps in, although that is the best way to improve as a photographer if you do want to. No courses, no paying anyone for anything. Just get your camera and go around walking and do 40,000 steps, basically, and take photos of what appeals to you. Your photos are going to be terrible, but eventually, the more you do it, the better they're going to get. That practice makes better. It never makes perfect, but it makes better. That is for sure. But slowing down and taking it as you go, having a couple of drinks as you go, a matcha or a coffee or something, and just making a day of it really changes your whole outlook on it. You put less pressure on yourself, you enjoy it more, and with that less pressure, your head's clearer to just focus more on what you're there to do, and that's take good photos. So there's tons of different ways to do it, but slowing down has really improved me as a photographer and has really made me enjoy photography again. I plan ample time for things. I am never in a rush and I'm always composing. I think that really makes a difference. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And this was a really short, rambly little video, but it's an important topic. I feel like we all need to slow down at times because we're always in a rush, and we shouldn't be. So, yeah, let me know what you think down below in the comments. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week for another video. Bye bye.